Enemy dropping into the AO.
When you look at the Sumerian king list, you see that it's absolute defining qualities, for which legendary characters or they fabulous his actions.
Under fire! Broke your armor!
Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
Inserting armor.
Oh shit.
Broke your armor.
Target down. Marking the rest.
Damn, I got somebody pops my bitch ass from the back. Damn, I got a little air bump on my lip.
Go get after it. Gas is moving.
A new city. According to Genesis.
Where he at? Who the fuck shoot?
Legendary book.
Positive ID on the bounty. Hunt them down.
I'm watching Lost Cities of the Bible.
Some of the greatest cities of the world.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
One of the most important areas in
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch your side. Fucking loot.
Bitch, come here.
Inserting armor. Final mag.
Squad mates back on station. Good work. Good kill. Marking the rest.
Who the fuck?
Changing maps.
This time, investigators uncover the lost cities of Genesis.
Oh shit, this shit hurts.
Legendary earth, Sedated, or was transcended. It essentially ruled the many cities.
So baby, what's one of your fantasies?
Let's get the returning you to the front. Earned it.
After the collapse of this brave new world, it's one of the greatest biblical
You have reinforcements inbound.
Switching mags.
just before dawn, the southern road. A small convoy of vehicles heads out across the desert. Joining the team is archaeologist and he and his colleagues are traveling 200 miles south of Rockstown,
Loading new
Enemy
mag.
soldier incoming.
heading for a set of ancient ruins which could record the origins of civilization itself.
Half remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
The cities of Senegal, more than unique places.
Get to the safe zone.
6,000 years ago,
You've got gas moving in.
Inserting armor.
they vanished, but for reasons that are still unclear, their civilization influence was still declining. Written thousands of years later,
Oh shit. Gotta go.
this is the setting for the Garden of Eden, the Great Flood, where the descendants of
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Baby, you alright?
Under
Yeah, I'm
fire.
looking at video.
I know. I know, because I'm on Facebook.
Oh, damn.
He just popped up on my thing. saying you was active. At the same time, I was like, baby, what's your fantasy?
What?
I asked you what was your fantasy. That's how I knew you was on Facebook. Cause you ain't answer. Ah shit, my damn one fell in the damn can. Oh no, dude, it fell on the floor.
It was the world of Genesis. The first Western
Loading new
history
man.
cover Iraq's lost cities were inspired by the stories of the Bible. But archaeologists still barely scratch the surface of
Get ready. You're redeploying.
these rare aerial images of church, slavery,
Loading new mag.
alongside
Located the rest.
Tactical spot.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
to follow their
Insurgents about to win. Make it count.
the first cities in the world.
Just in the very, very crazy magazine. It was probably more than 20,000.
Be advised. You still have squad mates outside the safe zone.
Like the
Man down.
Damn, I ain't had a good.
just alongside.
Oh, damn, I missed it.
What happened?
The biggest about this opening property ban, and it is not open to the public. An announcement without public opening date is coming later today.
So that's
So I posted because it was like if people work there, they was the family members could come and do something to eat for free.
Oh,
Down there. You're getting another chance. Weapons free. Squad mates back on station. Good work.
be a tool or even a temple. But it
Inserting armor.
stands inside a nation.
Close. No more second chances.
Built from
Lethal
thousands of
incoming.
Authorizing UAV mission. We've got 10 squads active.
man, it's like something stuck in my esophagus.
Enemy dropping into the AR.
That ain't you.
Without raising the street. Contested to Samaria, Virginia. The bridge is the oldest
Oh shit, that's the fuck I get.
Gas closing in.
Changing mags.
People, the land, actually
Inserting armor.
solutions to live in this climate. It's a mystery.
The bridge is the first hint that this arid land is very different in biblical times.
Your squad mates
All on
marked
me
on
now.
the most wanted
Sebastian works
target.
with
Kill enemies and
geoarchaeology
secure
to
supply
forge ahead.
caches to help remove the
I want to go on archaeology, archaeological dig.
Together
Five
they
squads
fly
still
a drone
operational
to
with
look
the
for
AR.
more
Would you go on an archaeological dig with me?
I'm in.
We gonna dig up a city, ancient city or something.
Now we are not discovering lots of things. If you have high technology, you can plan well where to excavate or where to dig.
The desert looks flat.
You want to jail? You want to go to jail? You want to go home? Here's a scenario.
So this image is made up of more than 100 drone photos. The main large straight lines you can see are ancient canals.
The drone survey reveals that waters surrounding the civilization. This desert city was defense of its day.
We always had this idea that a Mesopotamian city, any city like Uruk, like Babylon, is strongly connected to one river course. But here, in the case of Gisu, there are numbers of canals that run across the site but also through the site.
Conventional wisdom says that the construction of these canals led to
I just fucked up that nigga telling you the story. Well, how you gonna tell the news? I'm basically telling you what the news gonna say. I didn't kill you.
Here, we're holding for deployment.
Ideas are the way the civilians.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Put their armor.
Reloading. It's a fertile landscape, and some
Put their armor. Switching max.
describes how strong to the rocks of the rivers, trees, some stones
All stations green light. Deploying to the war zone.
Ooh, na 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 na, you're so funny. I just wanna touch you. I'm gonna kiss and rub. I'm gonna stroke and fuck. I'm gonna lick. Following you.
Resurgence. Survive to redeploy.
Alright, guys.
The reason why it's based on the is to collect shepherds.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the side.
The range of things for the earliest large canal is roughly from 6,000 BCE to 4,500 BCE.
The canals appear to predate the Sumerian city by at least 1,000 years.
Put their armor.
Let's just bring your ass up in here on me, nigga.
On your attack map.
So if you see that imagine that everyone
Can't run up on scary people.
Inserting armor.
Into the AO.
Put their armor.
Enemy destroyed. Use your attack map to hunt down the rest of them.
Inserting armor.
this would significantly change
Loading new mag.
everything we know about the rise.
Put their armor.
I can't make it up the damn building.
Operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
Civilization.
Inserting armor.
Something else has motivated people to build cities. Why do people need this real-life garden feeling for life in a big metropolis? A zoo
Taking fire.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the side.
Put their armor. Loading new mag.
And today,
Switching max.
America
Put their armor.
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
Inserting armor.
so all kids get what they
Loading new mag.
7-0.
That's 5 kills.
Taking the rest of them.
The Bible says that after the great flood,
The squad's in the safe zone.
spread out across the
You're
earth.
losing ground. Move it.
Switching mags.
One man, a mighty hunter called Hitler, supposedly founded the world's first cities.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Archaeology confirms that Iraq is indeed where the cities began.
Good up, we're going out.
It's beside the building.
Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your attack map. Get hunted.
Archaeologists have
Put their armor.
Enemy destroyed. Use your attack map to hunt down the rest of them.
It's a temple dedicated to the Sumerian sky. Its gleaming whitewashed walls can stand out in the fog. Next to it lies Atlantis, the Aeon. Ancient builders studied its walls with thousands of stone columns, creating a mosaic of geometry. 5,000 years ago, there was no other place like this on Earth. So could religion explain the birth of the first cities?
Loadout drop headed your way.
Sebastian Ray investigates a building buried at the nearby city.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Here, Iraqi excavators unearthed.
What do you go? Cause you just dropped someone in there. This nigga got to drop on my head, baby.
This is a camper phone.
That was
Nah, so what's up with these damn lasers?
lethal incoming.
Oh shit.
Size on this object.
Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down. Mission airstrike ready for tasking.
Hero of epic tales and slayer of the monster. The Sumerians
Enemy soldier incoming.
Switching mags.
the temple of Ninkirsu, one of the most sacred sites in ancient Iraq.
Taking fire. I broke their armor.
Target down. Marking the rest of them.
Long forgotten example of ninjutsu.
Legend says that Ninkirsu himself ordered the construction of this building by a urgent seas king, the Dream.
Inserting armor.
A heavy statue of spectacle depicts the king of his holding a Florida. At first, its geometry baffled archaeologists, but Sebastian managed to decode the
Where everybody? Where they at? Oh shit.
I broke their armor. Ceasefire. Friendly target. Loading new mag.
Enemies are dropping
I broke their armor.
Watch this side. All squad mates are in the safe zone.
Sebastian thinks that sacred shrines like this is built just as the secret shrines were done.
That's 10.
We've located the rest of
Inserting armor.
It's like attract people worshipping the gods, and the whole city
Reloading.
gravitated around this important structure.
Religion helped to give rise to the civilization that would shape the Bible. Gods lay at the heart of the day-to-day Sumerian life. But many religions had shrines. How did the Sumerians do this?
I'm here. I broke their armor. Loading new mag. Back at it.
target down. Marking
Switching
the
mags.
rest of them.
Investigates how Sumerian priests were the first people to harness the true power of this radical
Writing is probably one of the 3 or 4 most crucial inventions in the whole of human.
Target marked. Send it. Under
It's
fire.
a big game changer.
Loading new mag.
skills and red ships.
Broke their armor. Reloading.
Just like writing is the best. Some
Enemy soldier incoming.
This is a tablet, just over
Switching mags.
4,000 years old. So this is basically a
Enemy
receipt
destroyed.
for
Use your attack map
various
to hunt down the rest of them.
officials receiving a first line
I'm here.
it's finished giving
Reloading.
a list of people receiving the grain, a total of how much grain people
this
I broke their armor.
citizens
Switching mags.
all offers were drops.
Final mag.
Get ready. Resurgence window is about
So
to close.
redistributed samples in the battle.
I broke their armor.
Enemy dropping into the AR. the remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
Movement through the system. The temple itself is partly a religious institution, but it's also essentially a real estate corporation. So that's the things that
10 remain. You're almost done here. Some of the squad is outside the safe zone.
Everything is linked to the temple. So
Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tag map. Get hunting.
So they can know that in Mesopotamia.
You have reinforcements inbound. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Is this why the later biblical writers believe the world began?
Loading new mag.
Writing also allowed
LDVR salvo ready for launch.
first that the Sumerians were the one story in particular, the myth of a great flood. Where does it come from? Why is it so similar to the tale of Noah's Ark and the Bible?
Be advised, the search is no longer active. Repeat.
Destroyed the world.
Dropping into the AR.
You good, baby?
We've got 10 squads active.
Is you good? You be sure as long as you're on the phone with me.
If not, I mean, I'm gonna be sleep here doing anything. Shit. I've been trying to hold it off. I ain't one of those things too early, but then we wake it up early.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Head to the safe zone. Gas is inbound.
It appeared to confirm that the Bible
Your squad's in the top 5.
nearly 5,000 years ago. So if it did exist, what is the world now?
5 squads still operational in the AR.
The rise of these early rulers shrouded
Damn. I stayed alive to run over there and get my ass shot. If I do this game, I'm gonna go get my ass in the shower so I don't let my ass down too.
this small clay impression stands out next to a line of forest.
I'm gonna start going to bed at no 7 o'clock.
But as cities
I'm gonna start going to bed at 7 o'clock.
You also see him.
This was the world that Gilgamesh would have come from if he existed. One with a dark side.
Yeah. All my niggas, he dead. Oh, he all out. Go back to haha. That nigga named haha, you dead. Oh, get that nigga. Get that. What you doing? I know you seen that nigga. It's not on your team when you went to the damn box. Oh, how he used to come back and I didn't. And the dumbass nigga just gonna let the nigga stand right to shoot him, yeah.
Only 2 left.
The stories of Gilgamesh and the flood were simple.
They only died one time.
They were only combined much later. But Assyriologist Stephanie Dowling thinks that the idea of a global deluge could have its origins in southern Iraq's unique geography.
You need a flood to keep the idea of it, and that's what you do get in Mesopotamia.
In ancient times, the Sumerian cities lay between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers and were much closer to the sea. Under certain conditions, a flood could submerge everything as far as the eye can see.
You wouldn't get that in Palestine. You wouldn't get that in most of Syria. But you do get it in Mesopotamia because of the two great rivers flooding over one into the other and covering the whole of the land.
Intriguingly, archaeologists have found evidence of flooding at several Sumerian cities. They all date from different times. Flooding was an ever-present hazard. But the story of the flood also reflects an attempt by the Sumerians to reconstruct their distant past. Just like the book of Genesis, the flood was the equivalent of a Sumerian year zero.
When you look at the Sumerian king list, you do see that it's an absolute defining point in history, before which people had legendarily long lives. They had perhaps the names of animals.
Uh-oh.
It's impossible to say if a shared memory of a flood filtered down to the early Israelites as well. But many historians believe that the biblical authors must have borrowed key details from the Sumerian tales for their story of Noah's Ark. But how did this happen? The flood story is far from
So they stole Noah's Ark.
mysterious connection. Why did the biblical writers also believe that their ancestor Abraham came from this place, the legendary city of Ur? 4,300 years ago, disaster struck the biblical city of Ur. A new city in the north, Akkad, conquered all of the Sumerian people and created the world's first empire. The city of Akkad itself has never been identified, but the Bible alludes to its world-shattering power. According to Genesis, Nimrod, the founder of Ur, also established Akkad. Some believe his name might refer to an Akkadian king. Eventually,
Ah, shit, I ain't got no guns.
one of the most famous.
Enemies are dropping
dedicated to the moon surrounded by a sprawling religious history. Beyond it lay a maze of streets, home to as many as 65,000.
all stations,
All
green light,
surrounded by
deploying to the war zone.
So who lived here? And why does the Bible say that Abraham was a monk? Archaeologists from ancient Syria investigates during this period. During the Uruk dynasty, as you can see, essentially Ur-Release, the city's most famous one is a king called
Resurgence.
He instigated
Survive and your team can redeploy. Alright, soldier. Mark a drop
These are
point.
networks that
Go
are
get
the
off.
building block of all southern Mesopotamian cities. The stamp here tells us that this group was made for and it also mentions that he built the city wall.
Heads up. Enemy squad marked onto a bounty target. Enemy soldier incoming.
As the cities of Syria grew larger, the competition between them became more intense. An ancient work of discovery
Damn.
shows the Sumerian
See the difference now.
chariots rise.
Oh shit, that shit hurt.
There's infantry carrying
Contract
spears,
failed. Stand down.
fighting enemies, taking prisoners. Above all stands the king
Let's
of
get to work.
showing honor to the peace. Sometimes injured prisoners. William believes that Ur owed its success to more than just military
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
It lies in the hundreds of intriguing objects discovered in the city. Materials,
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done.
plenty of grain and gold to save.
These are speculators. Speculators are used to make thread or yarn, a major export from Mesopotamia's cloth. And cheap, it's better wool, they can make textiles.
This astonishing underworld
You have reinforcements inbound.
textiles. Persia has preserved it as a trapped.
It preserved the pattern of how tight that weave is. And we can see a number of these different things to get the range of cloth types.
Enemy dropping into the AR.
There you go. It's like, damn, what my teammates
You've
said.
got 10 squads active in the field.
This, what is she, a dragon?
We've got helium coming in from the
Some of
east.
your squad is outside the safe zone.
Loading new mag.
Oh, shit.
Long-distance trade networks are down here. Because this is the way to legitimize the kingship and you show
Switching.
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well
Back way
done.
out.
Get ready. You're redeployed.
That was close.
Of people who knew Southern more than 1,000 years later. Our scouts were provided with still exists at this time. It's already over 2,000 years ago. One explanation is that the biblical authors were chopped and struck their
Their armor.
but people of faith
Load that drop. Head your way.
just hundreds of years after the Roman stolen revolution.
Inserting armor.
This was a time of terror. An invader's devastated the city.
Broke their armor.
It's also one of the first written copies of the flood.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
I broke their armor. Lost mag.
4,000 years ago, foreign enemies attacked the great city, breaking its golden fortress.
I broke their armor.
Some believe that
Under fire. Eyes up.
Confirmed. We've located the rest of them.
the ancestor of the Israelites left Ur for the
Oh, them niggas is up there, that's why.
This is also the time when the earliest written versions of the flood start to appear. So did the flood collapse in this great city?
There's an enemy gunner.
Stories. Today, tradition says that this building is the house of Abraham. Archaeologists uncovered it in the early 20th century.
the earliest archaeologists in here in the Middle East are often certain Sumerian thought that this was the city that Abraham came from. However, they were very careful to they were trying to see the city went through so many periods of time. It was occupied for 5,000 years.
The early excavators claimed that these were the very streets that Abraham would have wandered through as a boy, a claim that was perhaps driven by the need to raise funding for their dig from a public hungry for historical truth in the stories of Genesis.
Sir Leonard Rowley, in his academic work, he almost never mentions the Bible. In his public works and his lectures, he would often do it to
Bring in the crowds.
There's no physical proof that this house belonged to Abraham himself. What we see today was restored during the 20th century, but it does date to the centuries after the fall of Ur, which is when biblical tradition suggests Abraham might have lived. The violent end of Ur's golden age is seared into the fabric of this ancient metropolis. Archaeologists here found evidence of burning and destruction. But new discoveries reveal how the people of Ur managed to rebuild their shattered homes. The city's population continued to grow.
We think that at its most dense, it might have reached 25,000 people within the city walls. If we expand into the hinterland, it might have supported up to 60,000.
The citizens of Ur blamed a nomadic people of Aramean descent for their city's woes. Some argue that Abraham was related to them. This era did see many people on the move. But others claim that the biblical writers were referring to a different city with a similar name, in what is now southern Turkey. It's impossible to prove that the founding father of the Israelites left Ur at this time. For millions of people, it is a matter of faith. But the fall of Ur may have had an unexpected impact on another story. The Sumerian tale of the flood, which bears many similarities to the story of Noah's Ark in Genesis. Cuneiform specialist Samuel Chen thinks this attempt to rebuild the Sumerian world could also explain why the flood story suddenly became hugely popular at this time.
The fall of the Ur Trade Dynasty was a traumatic experience for Sumer. Basically, it's a collapse not only of urban structure, but also all of the supporting network.
Samuel finds key similarities between the flood story and poems lamenting the fall of Ur. In them, people started to question why the gods had allowed their own temples to be destroyed.
The destruction of the city also bring a lot of suffering to the deities. They were thinking about the irrational aspect of divine decision to destroy urban civilizations. This is something flood stories began to question and even make into a satire.
But the moral of the flood story is how humans can start again. It was a reassuring tale. And as it was told again and again, it became blockbuster entertainment.
There was a lot of borrowing as well. There was a lot of cross-fertilization. So you have these different heroes who were originally independent of each other. They were brought together to meet with each other to make it more exciting, very much similar to the Marvel films.
The Sumerian myths became hugely popular. Reached the authors of the Bible on the other side of the Middle East. The answer lies with a new power: Babylon, the infamous city of Babel. The Sumerians disappeared more than 4,000 years ago, but the tales of their cities live on in the Bible. How did two civilizations, separated by thousands of years, end up sharing so many of the same stories? The answer could lie in the city that connects them both, and casts a long shadow over the Old Testament: Babylon. Today, these are the remains of this legendary city, a vast and sprawling site by the river Euphrates. Osama Hisham from the World Monuments Fund works to rebuild this magnificent site. He and his team are removing modern materials from Babylon's restored buildings and replacing them with traditional ones.
We are now identifying the damages to the walls and the roofs of the temple and putting a plan to fix them.
Babylon is no
Yeah,
stranger to
it's
repairs.
true.
Maintenance happened in all ancient cities. But what makes Babylon exceptional is its longevity. Its buildings were rebuilt again and again.
Babylon was the city that captivated
Ruck up, headed to the war zone.
and it's actually a privilege for me to
The city burst on
Lethal front!
ruthlessly taking advantage of the falling Sumerian cities. It became the biggest, most famous metropolis in the region.
Under fire! Drop one.
Thousands of years.
Switching max.
But the Babylonians were aware that they controlled cities far older.
Enemy dropping into the AR. Playtime over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
The Babylonians inherited writing from the Sumerians.
Ooh. No, it's fire. They ain't. It's not like they don't hurt. They just like. They feel like they've been running.
Your squad mates went AWOL. Resurgence time at resume. Resurgence.
You talking about your
Stay
legs?
alive.
Yeah. I ain't talking about your legs.
Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad soldier.
I like that.
So I've been up all day. Because I've been up all day.
You just get up on them.
Yeah.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Oh shit. Damn, I always miss the fucking. Dang.
Learn a piece of Shakespeare.
The scale of the novel was immense, but only selected stories survived.
Some people think that
Well, baby, tell me when you wake up in the morning, because I know you're over the doze off.
we certainly find a lot of them that are not very well.
We're still watching this music for you.
Get a UAV
Oh.
in the air.
One of the things about the flood story is that we've got more
Damn dog in here snoring hard as fuck.
together than we have of any other
Was he
pieces of
tired?
which
Nah,
is
not Bodie. Ivy.
brilliant, because we've still got gaps where we haven't got anything.
Babylon owed a rich debt to Sumerian culture, and in turn, it brought their tales to a new audience. In 589 BC, the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar II discovers the
Damn.
Genesis.
Where the fuck he come
Enemy
from?
destroyed. Use your tac map to
Oh,
hunt
get up,
down
get
the
up, get up, get up. He fucked up. Damn, that nigga shot me again. Pussy motherfucker.
Biblical novels, these stories of gods and monsters opened a new dimension. They revealed the truth about human
Enemy dropping into the AR.
as the
Stand by for redeployment.
of a single God. The Jewish scribes were trying to reconstruct their history, much like the Sumerians had done thousands of years earlier. But
Bullshit.
remember the legacy of an ancient and remarkable the Sumerians. They constructed extraordinary armies that have survived the test. Invented writing and literature,
Gas is inbound.
and pioneered a new
Let's get you're getting another chance.
in
Weapons
many
free.
ways the story of lost cities.
You have reinforcements inbound.
The history of our beginnings, the creation of the ancient Iraq, land of myth, legend.
No. Oh, I made it. I made it to the bottom. What the fuck about being in here? I need to be up there.
After decades of war, pioneering archaeology must return to their life.
Inserting armor.
Our cameras have unprecedented access as they unearth buried treasures and discover the real world of the Old Testament.
Western civilization only transmits memories through the Bible.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
To pick weapons and connections.
This time, archaeologists uncover two superpowers of the ancient world, Nineveh and Babylon.
Taking fire. Approaching armor.
Target down.
Struggle
Marking the
between
rest of
these
them.
two infamous cities shaped the ancient world. And why do we know them from the Bible as cities of sin? The cradle of civilization. 2,500 years ago, two great cities and their empires.
Approaching armor. Loading new mag.
And it's
Good kill. Nice on your attack map. Get hunting.
LDVR Salvo ready for launch.
Oh, this nigga over here punching me. Bitch ass nigga.
both cities were sinful places, ruled by tyrants.
But Nineveh changed. I thought.
Is there another side to these stories?
Isn't that what Joe, not Joe, but, Jonah was supposed to go to Nineveh and repent?
Loading fresh mag.
That was the only connection until
Back in
Returning you to the front. Early.
people actually knew. So when you were thinking of and so yes, we're
Enemy soldier incoming.
Approaching armor. Lethal front.
Two cities.
Man down.
The Bible says that Nineveh was a vast
Gas is moving.
so large it took 3 days to walk across it.
Armor's on. Switching maps.
Baby, could you live in a city that took you 3 days to walk across it?
Go get after it.
Engineers rebuilt key sections of Nineveh's once mighty ramparts in the 1970s, based on what they would have covered. But today, little remains. In 2014, Islamic State
Enemies
tried
are
to
dropping
erase
into the
the
area.
city's
Watch the
ancient
skies.
ruins from existence. Yusuf is the head of antiquities in Russia. He and his team are determined to rebuild his ruins.
بشكل هندسي رائع جدا أبنيتها بنيت بخطوط هندسية ومعمارية لا تخطر على بال.
Iodine investigates a huge structure called the Ship.
Get ready.
It's
Redeploy.
one of the few sectors of Nineveh's city
Enemy soldier incoming. Half the remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
It's like it granted rare access to the world. It's exposed the last one. Islamic State moves darkest in the ruins, hunting for hidden treasures to sell on the black market. Engineers must fill it in to prevent the whole structure from collapsing.
أي مدخل من مداخل الجو.
Alright, man. I'm finna go get in the shower and stuff like that. Call you in the morning, okay? Mm.